Okay, this meeting is being recorded, and participation in this meeting is with the attendees' consent to be recorded and to the rebroadcast of the recorded meeting. Meeting is being live streamed on the town's YouTube channel, youtube.com/Town of Hamlet. Go ahead and open up this regular meeting tonight with the pledge, so I'll ask everybody to stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're going to first open up tonight's meeting with the Park Board. First item on the agenda for the Park Board is the approval of prior meeting minutes of September 17th. Has everybody reviewed the minutes as presented?
I make the motion, we accept the minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Cassandra's here today, correct? Yeah, I saw her. You're not opposed, right, Cassandra? Okay, and Susie's not here, so one absent. Next, we have claims for the Park Board. Claims are in the amount of $221.36. One is for NIPSCO for service due at the park, and for $140 for straw for fall decor, which a big thank you to Larry for doing that.
I'll make a motion to approve claims as presented.
I'll second it.
All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Claims are approved as presented. Moving right along, additional business for Park Board today.
I don't have anything other than trick or treat. We decided it's Halloween, 6 to 7:30. I've not heard if Davis Township is doing their party or not.
5 or not.
Yeah, she didn't say. Like as soon as I find out,
So it can be in
yeah.
the new text and see.
I'll get the candy for me and the police.
So that pumpkin party advertisement, it is at the Legion then?
Yes, I think that's the Lions putting that on.
Oh, the Lions.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
So moving right along. No other business for the board for Park Board. Any comments for citizens on Park Board tonight? Park Board members? Nothing?
Doing a good job, but I missed the haunted park. That was so awesome.
Yeah, that group, they used to do that.
So with that, you guys have a motion to adjourn?
We did that, yeah, we did that. I'll make a motion to adjourn the park though, since we don't have any other
I
business.
second it.
All in favor, state by saying aye. Park Board is now adjourned. Moving into the town board, we'll start with the town board meeting. 6:35 p.m. Moving into the first item of business on the town board agenda is the approval of prior meeting minutes from October 8th.
Everyone looked good to me on the minutes. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Since Shirley wasn't here, I'll resign. Okay.
Second it.
All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved as presented. Next is claims. Claims are in the amount of $26,188.69. Any questions, concerns, discussion about claims as presented?
I didn't see anything in it.
They get that roof done.
Yep.
and I thought I saw that on there.
Yeah.
For at the wastewater plant.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes and the claims for October 22nd.
All right, I'll second the motion for claims.
All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Claims are approved as presented. Okay, developing marketing, we don't have anything, still trying to get a hold of John. We need to talk to John about doing those hats.
I sent an email. He never responded back. I don't know if I got the wrong one, but yeah,
Okay, for 250th. That's only developing marketing and bit of a guide for us right now. So we'll move into additional business deemed by the board. First one, I believe I have on the list is we have Miss Cindy here and we have you as a builder. She came to us with some concerns and we wanted you to, at least kind of hear it out or at least be aware of publicly as informal as we could.
Okay.
I mean, in the fairness we've had, and we want everybody to be great neighbors and to get along and to understand these concerns. So
Yep.
we wanted to at least give a venue so there's at least a little bit of communication. It's the way that nothing gets misconstrued or misinterpreted.
Not a problem.
So I
Well,
give.
dang, I wish I would have brought my letter with me, but, I've expressed some concerns to you. We've talked.
Yep.
But some of my other concerns are, well, my main concern is my safety, my property safety. Statistics tell you that a lot of the storage units do draw in, theft, burglary, illicit activities, people squatting in the units, things like that. So my property, my person, my family is 100% affected by a storage unit being built directly next door to me. That makes me more vulnerable to people casing my property, people breaking into my home, God forbid somebody hurting me, that might come from illicit activities or what have you. And I actually petitioned to the board to come back and disapprove it because I feel like I didn't have the opportunity to appeal when the plans were approved or the zoning was approved. And my being 100% affected with my safety and things like that. Not only that, I don't know what your plans are, don't know what kind of lights and stuff you're putting in, but if you're gonna have, 20-foot light poles, my home is gonna be lit up like a Friday night football field if somebody comes in there, and that's a concern for me.
Well, I understand your concerns completely. I mean, everybody wants to be safe.
Yes,
A lot of that is hypothetical stuff where the building's not even built yet. I mean, how safe is the town? I mean, how long have you lived here? You probably got an idea of that. I mean, maybe the building, it may draw in people, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't get filled up. I don't know. As for like the lighting, it's nicely lit up over there now. There's 3 street lights, I think, in front of it. I just drove by there. It looks pretty nice. I don't plan on putting any large beacon spotlights up there whatsoever. The lighting that would probably be solar lights, but they're usually not really bright. It's just pretty much, I mean, you can't get them as bright as you potentially want, but they wouldn't be very bright. It'd be just enough to give you enough light so that you could do something in front of your storage unit.
but is that gonna be motion detected?
I mean, we're still kind of in the design phase of it, but if I had, yes, it probably would be. Yep.
We talked about if you would consider putting a privacy fence or a wall or something like that. So we have can I get a commitment from you?
I mean, I can't give you a commitment. I said, originally what I said is that I would take all things into consideration. A privacy fence is rather much more expensive than a chain link fence that we would put up if we decided to do one. I would say our main priority is to get the building up, get the building there, get it up and running, which we don't even know if we'll be doing that this year yet. Everything's backed up on the design part of it. So, I mean, everybody's busy. I had the surveyor out there today. So, no, I cannot commit to doing a privacy fence, but I mean, I did notice, I'm not opposed to you putting one up there.
I mean, please don't think I'm doing this responsibility. Because let me put it to you this way. if I went to Coots Lake and bought property next door to you, put a gas station up, or a storage unit up, or a store up, how would you feel?
It probably wouldn't bother me. I mean, that's me, my opinion, and that's it. I'm not afraid of having an open yard.
Well, I'm not afraid of having an open yard either, but I'm afraid of the vulnerability that the storage unit is gonna make me. I am the first house off of 30, which makes me vulnerable already. However, I do feel safe, and I do know how to protect myself. But that storage unit is going to make me more vulnerable. It is going to affect my safety of my property, my home, my family. And then on addition, I've already explained to you that it's going to affect my value and my marketability. I am an appraisal underwriter by profession. I know that for a fact.
I can't speak as for what the market will do.
No,
As for
not that, but
properties,
as
I
far
don't-
as the industrial commercial building being directly next door to me, the only reason why the co-op didn't affect me was because there was a blank piece of land in between.
Okay.
So it's affecting me 100%. So I just feel like we should be able to come to an agreement as to how we can, I mean, I can't fix it. I can't, the board is not gonna go back and say, no, we're not gonna do it, although as easy as it was to get it, I feel, in my eyes, it's just as easy to back it up. But they're not going to do that.
Well, I mean, you're talking about a fence for, I don't know how long of a fence that we would need. You're not just talking about like a couple $100 project here. You're talking a project that is just being taken off. And I mean, I think I'm being fair by saying that, we'll take it under consideration. I can't just sit here and tell you, yeah, we'll throw in a fence just because, and who knows, maybe the storage units, maybe they won't even fill up. Maybe the building might sit vacant. Who knows? Maybe I'll sell it in a year. I don't, I'm not going to just sit here and tell you, yes, I'm going
first right of refusal.
I can't just sit here and tell you, yes, I'll put a fence up for you. You want some kind of special lighting? I'll buy that for you. I can't just sit here and start handing out things for any type of
No, and I'm not
project.
asking you
But I
to
did-
buy
I
special
did-
lighting or anything like that.
I know maybe when the project is done and we've got the building up and we're, ready to open it up and start renting it out, I'll say, you know what? You seem like a good neighbor. Everything seems like everything's going great. Maybe a property that we don't like, let's throw a fence up. So like I said, it'll be taken under consideration.
Hold on, Marlene, because I'm gonna let the other 4 of these guys, we'll save until the end. You guys have any questions for either?
Brother, I mean, I did have a question about the, Christie was letting us know that you might have caught some issues with 75 feet already, which I'm not sure how.
Yeah, no, I talked to them today,
Okay.
getting all the
Mhm.
dead branch and stuff out of there,
Yeah,
but I
that's
did
helpful.
I talked with the surveyor today. I been in contact, I emailed them, so.
Okay. Everything's okay. Just wanted to make sure you weren't having issues with that.
Nope, and the surveyor that I hired, he was out there today as well, so we've got our actual locates on where everything can be laid out now, so
Okay.
we've got that under wraps.
So how far is like your setback from like your property line? And I saw where they made the stake. So my fence is really close, but it's inside my property line. It's really close.
Well,
So
the-
what is the setback from your property line to a fence?
You guys can
or-
build a fence on the
You
property
could put a
line,
fence right on the property line.
as long as you both agree to it.
Okay.
Then it's usually the typical, it's 1 foot inside your property line, and then if they connect to your fence, obviously they have to have your permission to do so.
Well, I
Since your
definitely
fence-
don't want a privacy fence all the way up to the road because
Then you
need
won't be able to see.
Get out, and I want to be able to see what's coming down the street when I look out the window. I was hoping to get a commitment. I understand you're still in planning stages. Can we park it and bring it back in the future? I mean,
I mean, he's saying he's pretty much said that. I agree with him. I mean, if it's, it's an unknown. He can build us a good flop and he could be out a lot of money, and that's
but then it's gonna cost me a lot of money to build my fence. And I
absolutely
don't
what
think that that's fair.
I don't think that's
Considering that I
fair.
wasn't even considered in the decision, and I know.
How it's gonna work. We don't even know which, where they're gonna be coming in at or anything like that yet. You haven't
The
seen it.
building may not even be built until spring.
Mhm.
I am hoping that we can get the foundation in before cold weather sets in. But the building, I've got a down payment on it. The building comes out of Wisconsin. It's a steel fabricated building. And so what happens is, as soon as the foundation is put in, we take a picture of the foundation. I send that to the project manager, then they fabricate the building.
Mhm.
So to fabricate the whole building probably takes like minimum 2 weeks. So we're already at the end of October.
Mhm.
And then we don't know what the weather's gonna be, and then they bring in a crew to put the building up. So, and I'm not a big fan of doing construction in the wintertime.
No.
So as you can see, we've got a lot of other things going on
Mhm.
that, I mean, and then we come around the spring. So we may not even be able to do anything until end of April.
Mhm.
So then we're looking at 6 months out, a half a year for me to commit to a fence.
So can we bring it back at some
Absolutely.
point? Maybe I
We
can
can
call
talk.
and say, I see where the foundation's at, et cetera, et cetera.
You can walk right next door. I'll be out there. You can ask me anytime. I will be completely clear and honest with you and tell you, hey, there's gonna be a truck coming next Tuesday. And the building's coming. I'll let you know what's going on. You'll see I'll show you where the building's gonna be set. I'll take your opinion on it. If you think maybe the building may need to be moved 1 foot to the south,
I'm gonna help you like that.
I'd work with you. I'm not opposed to working with anybody on the project whatsoever, but for me to commit to any type of monetary amount at this point in time,
Yeah.
cannot do it.
So do you have like drawings or something like that as to how you are planned?
Yeah,
Okay,
we got drawings. I hired an architect. We hired a surveyor. This is the company that puts these buildings up. They put them up all over the country and in Canada. They're a Tracte building, TRACHTE. That's the name of the building system. The particular building that we are going to be doing is that style of building right there. That one right there, that's the style of it, but not the same color. It's gonna have the red doors and like a cream colored siding and black trim. So I mean, it's gonna be a nice looking building. It is. I mean, I'm not gonna cut corners on it. I want it to be attractive. If I put the building up and the property up, and for some reason doesn't seem like people are renting it out, perhaps I might sell it. I don't know. So it's an investment property for me and my wife, and
and I have no doubt it's gonna be a nice building,
oh, it will be.
but
There's no doubt about
if
it.
you would do me a favor,
Depends on what it is.
when you get home, when you get some time, look at the statistics. You've seen the good of the money that it can make and the profit that it can bring you. Now look at the bad. Look at the bad.
Do you already have this information?
I can pull it up on the computer. All I know Clint said there was 3 incidences this year, and the ones across 30 with break-in.
So are you
breaking
meaning
locks.
meaning
Somebody-
statistics of crime or the finances of a rental property?
No, the crime that goes
Oh.
with it.
Well, how is the crime here in Hamlet?
Well, we've had one guy living in this unit over here already.
Well, that's not, somebody living in this building, any of these units is not gonna happen. And I can I promise.
Clint did admit that that we have some resistance from the new owner of that building. They're not around and they don't care.
They don't care.
Right.
You know, I can't make somebody, yeah, I can, to a sense, make somebody do something, but you
And
know,
that was one time since they've been built. So,
So what building are we talking
the ones
about?
across
Right,
30.
across 30.
and those
Oh,
have been there
so
for
there's
how many
been-
years?
Issues over there with crime or whatever?
Somebody lived in one for,
And then somebody broke into another one, and then there's one
So
incident where
it's only-
somebody flipped out at the trailer park on bath salts, and then I had, you know, I'm on the fire department, I had to go over there and fight them and take them down, and
see,
But
my
it's not-
I mean, if I
Never
can
some
control,
dude running, he actually he took smoking those bath salts or something like that. This is years
that
ago.
was, yeah, it was long.
oh,
When it
Totally
first
not like
opened
this
up, but
year.
it's not the result of the rental units. That's the only crime that I can remember
Right.
there.
I mean, if
But
we
my
can,
point is that it draws that.
No.
It
But-
draws it. It's potential
I mean,
for,
I would honestly be,
Mm.
you know, I'm surprised Clint hasn't said this, you know, up until recently, you know, the gas station's been a common place
Yes,
to
it
drop
has.
people off, but it's also, you know, where if you go up there on a Saturday or Sunday, you see lots of people waiting along the
Yep.
fence, and that's people, you know, single parents trading off kids. But we've also caught people trading off, you know, passing off drugs
That's
and
right.
drug muling going on. So,
that's right. And Clinton them have been cleaning this up too, though.
And
I
they-
see them watching it. I see them
they're
there.
on it,
They're on
and it is hot. So I mean, obviously, if something were to happen, I think that, you know, we would probably in the purview of this being built, we would be hot on it if something sketchy, and you would be obviously, Clinton would be the first one you'd be the first one he calls.
I live 5 miles from here,
Right.
so.
And you have other storage units, correct, in the area,
No, I've got rental properties, houses.
and there's no issues with them, with police or anything like that.
I mean, if I could control crime. I'd be
I know, I'm not
multi-millionaire.
asking about that. I get it, you know, but I'm asking more along the lines of, you've been pretty successful, obviously. There's
Yes,
two
yes,
sides of it.
Yes. yes.
To say that there's some renter or there's some landlords that are better than others.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
No, and to be quite honest with you, what happened was I had a house that was in Coons Lake. I bought it like 10 years ago. We completely rehabbed it. I sold it and I just turned the money over and I decided to do storage units. So I have been renting properties and I've been a general contractor like my whole life. So, and this is just like a side job, I guess, not really a side job, but it's what else I do, construction related. But I mean, as for crime, I mean, if somebody, I mean, it's not gonna, if there are people down on the corner at the gas station doing drugs, selling drugs, doing whatever, or at the trailer park that's behind you, that they're not gonna be welcome to this storage unit. I can promise you that. And I'm sure anybody else here would feel the same way about your own property.
Absolutely.
I know.
But you're not gonna know that. You're not gonna know that
Well, I'm sure that we will know if there's a.
eventually.
If there's somebody's doing a drive-by and shooting bullets into the building, I'll see bullet holes. I mean, there's ways to figure out if there's a problem. I mean, you run that risk with anything.
Right, well, you guys have anything else for each other or any other questions?
I'm dying back here.
I know, I'll get you a second, Marley. I want to let them air their thing.
I'll just leave it, one last statement is that you live right next door to where we're building at. If you have any questions, any concerns, I'll give you my card, I'll give you my cell phone number. If you see me out there, come on over, we'll chit chat.
Well, we've done that.
And the whole construction project is going to be a success. If you want to come in and give some insight on it, your opinion on things, please do. I mean, an extra set of eyeballs on any project is great to have. So anything you have to add to it, come on over.
Well, I think you already know what I want, and
I got you, but
what I really
not
want
making
is not
money,
gonna
though.
happen, so I just want to meet in the middle, and I didn't know how else to do this.
if there is problems there, if I have to put up a fence that's 20 foot tall to keep them out, and if money, allocates to keep people out, I need a 20-foot fence. I mean, I guess I'll call Trump and borrow some money from him or something. I don't know. Cross that bridge when it comes.
Understood. The willingness to work is what we were looking for, so. Okay,
Yeah.
anything else? Marlene, you have a question, real quick?
Yes, you're talking about putting a fence around it. Is it gonna have a lock gate like this one across? Because I've got storage units in a couple places.
It would, what I would do when it comes time to do it, it would probably be like a swipe card so that
Yeah.
you can pull right up there.
Yeah.
Your car would be off the street, take a swipe card or a punch code. That way you could go right in and go right to your unit.
I've got one.
If this building is successful, I would probably do another one, but I'm not gonna do a second one until I know that the first one is gonna be completely successful.
And I would like to say it is needed in this area because I have one in Caldwell, I got one in Walkerton, and it's to have it closer. would
Those
be
down there,
convenience
those
for
down
us
there
in
are
all
almost full.
honesty.
Yeah.
I would be
I've
more
got one.
scared of the
The one
trailer
across the road
park
always full?
trash.
I don't,
Then
I
I
have
would
one at
buy
the
it.
old Wayne Apartments.
Newer
Yeah, the
buildings.
one
I live in
apartments,
that
yeah.
trailer park, ma'am, I know. There
I
are
know
so
you
many
did.
drugs.
Yeah,
No, I don't live there now. I couldn't stand it anymore. The drugs that go through that trailer park and the trash
Now
that
we're on
goes
a
in
whole
that trailer
subject.
park is unbelievable.
Okay,
Unbelievable. I
so-
had to get out of there. I'd be more happy with the storage where people are not living than where you've got people living.
I got a privacy fence up and I had any problems with anybody.
No, exactly right there. What you guys see is the building that we're gonna be putting up.
I think that'd be very nice.
And it's gonna be professionally ran. If there are any issues, if anybody has any, it's right here on the main drag. My phone number will be out front, the phone number of that place. You can call me. I'll probably be by there more often than not. And, I'm not gonna, I'll do my part of doing my part to make it a successful storage unit building.
And I hope it is successful. I don't wish it to be in my perspective.
Yep.
And how you would feel. And I've been there 5 years and I've had one person come hide on my porch and then come running from the gas station. That was like 3 years ago and I have not had an issue since.
You can come live at my house and live next to a junkyard.
I mean, I love my house. If I could pick it up and move it, I would, but I just feel like my vulnerability is 100% out there. So I would like to be able
I
to, in the future, meet in the middle after your complete plans are done and
I think it's gonna be a
And,
great
and
place
like,
to have.
and like I said, if it's a really great concern to you, yeah, feel free to put up your own fence there. I mean,
Yeah. I
you've
got a
got
couple of
plenty of fence there already, have one matching the rest of it.
Yeah.
That'll save you a lot of heartache.
It already looks better.
yeah, but it's at my expense that it shouldn't be. That's my point.
But it's something that you want.
No, it's what I really want is for
Brian,
that building not to be
Brian,
built.
Did Tiffany answer? you?
Okay, well, I'm
And I
sorry.
can't
yeah.
stop that, so I feel like I need to be met.
Lee,
with
oh,
something.
I sent it to Lee and
But
said,
in all
Tiffany, that's why.
actuality, these people have-
I know, he said that like,
Copies
oh,
of it.
fine.
Do you know?
Okay.
But
Let me
that's
send it
not
to
the
Tiff.
Call her.
Right.
And
No, have you kidded me?
I paid a lot of money for that
So much
house, and
I'll send it to
You did.
Tiff now.
If you lived there.
because of that storage.
You know, you come to-
Now I send it to
Those three
Tiffany.
houses.
It's like
I
a
live
tenant.
on
you know.
Third, and next door to me.
You're supposed to have Justin here today.
Why would I?
No, we
can't-
moved the meetings,
Oh, okay.
so we couldn't make this one.
So,
So yeah, that's
I
just,
mean, you live next to
edit
the
to-
trailer
for
park,
the
that
snow
is on your
plow.
property
Okay,
already.
moving right along to the next one. We'll pause you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you.
Appreciate you.
You
Yep.
guys,
Am I free to go?
absolutely, sir.
Yes.
Like I said, anybody has any questions, get a hold of me. You see me out there, stop in.
Would you happen to have a card on you?
The quote I was telling you about.
You got a resolution for it? We just got talking.
No, just wanted to discuss with you guys to see if you're okay with it.
Okay, next, we got some other additional business tonight. We have a resolution for resolution 20252210. This resolution is for the town board of Hamlet to approve Dave Kisformis to have legal authority to bind the town of Hamlet with the NDOT community crossing matching grant, which we have our whole grant package put ahead for
Yeah,
$289,000.
That's new, last year.
Plymouth Street, East Plymouth Street, Stark Street, Davis Street, McCormick Street, and Davis Streets. There's a Davis Street storm sewer add-on that's on there as well.
And then we get that changed over to where we have an community
For the
crossing.
community crossing,
Like they wanted us to do, remember?
The State Board
part
of
the
Accounts.
we,
audit.
we will do that January 1st.
Yeah, but it'll be
Yep.
on, okay.
Do we have a motion to approve this resolution as presented?
Yep, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025
2210.
2210.
I second that.
All in favor, just anyway, I mean, we got
Right.
7 of them.
And then the
This one's
financial
Tuesday.
statement also, Dave,
Just so you know.
for the week.
Okay. Next one is, this is a resolution for edit. Resolution 202522, and use the edit fund. The town has decided to purchase a new Western 9.6 MVB plus steel. All total for the installation of snowplow curb guards. Installation factory harness is 10,570. And we've already kind of
Approved it, it's
verbally
just-
approved it. We just
yes.
got to have a resolution
Move it
placed.
to the end, yeah.
Yep.
We have a motion to accept the resolution for the new snowplow for the new truck.
I make a motion that we accept the resolution. I don't know the number, I can't read.
I'll second it.
10,570.
That's the
The
102.
Yeah.
All in favor, say by saying aye.
It'll be a truck, I want one.
Yeah.
10,000.
Well, the truck, we still stole it at the price we got it at, so.
Yeah.
You got a good deal on the truck.
Okay, I'll let Christie propose this, but she talked to me about there's a new software service.
So it's the same software I have now, but for instance, right now, Loretta's computer works off of my computer. BS&A, I believe, is slowly buying out voice, but they're coming together and making it more like an app on the cloud. So we would both have our own. I could also actually do work while I'm away. If, say, I were to get sick and in the hospital or whatever, I could still do the work. Loretta could print the checks. Dave could come in and sign them. It includes a lot more of the software program that I don't have right now. There's a program on there where people could log in. They could see their own water meters and usage and previous, the history, of their water usage.
So this is something we can actually expand, put on the website so they can have
There is a
early.
huge cost. I think total it's about 39,000. The annual fee will jump to 16,000. Right now I pay about 10. But I do feel that they are eventually going to make us go to this down the road. I would rather get on it now. I know Argus has already joined. I don't know if Knox is joined yet or if they're going to. That'll be the second. That's like the training, all that, which if I don't need all the training, it'll be cheaper. The 17,000 will be cheaper because I've already paid for the software for next year. So that number will come down a little bit. I guess it'd be March or April to actually install it and start training.
Yeah.
So
You're still gonna generate those though. It's not gonna be where I have to get on the internet.
No,
'cause I'm
no.
not
Right,
internet
nope,
savvy.
it's still- right,
Set up.
yes.
Okay.
and there's
I'm all for that.
there's a lot that our software could do. Like I could do work orders through it. That all includes that. Again, right now I don't
So some of the work orders, let's say if
I don't know if they could use the app or if I could just do
You
it
could
and it
go
would
in.
print out and then it would keep track. Like, so right now we just keep track by pen and paper. We have
This can show
where
them
this-
though.
Yes,
This is
that-
more like, almost like a live feature
I think
too.
so.
Where you could say, so when they get their bill, they're like, wow, how did I use that much water? Well, you
I
could
shouldn't
say,
left the
you
sprinkler
could
on so
show them
much.
here's,
because I did just renew the program next year anyways. We do have it in edit this year.
I think we'd want to get it
And
approved
then-
this year, be like you said, before they start cutting at it.
We started the funds this year and have the rest of the next year. So we don't have it.
And then we could, with the water and sewer budget, we don't do that until December, so we could increase it a little bit in each of those budgets to help offset the cost and not just take it all out of edit. But
That was gonna
Yes.
be my next question. Is it gonna cost us
no,
anything?
no,
Nothing to get
no,
rid
this
of?
would not. This would come out of
This
my
is the
my
system,
budget
that's her budget.
that I'd take out of the general water and sewer
Mhm.
software
We
program
could just,
anyways.
yeah, she's
Instead of paying
looking,
Keystone, she
she's
would-
looking at moving a
Right,
couple
yeah.
other items down a little bit to make that.
Yeah, not the residents at
I
all.
know, but I already
I-
got this $25 raise on mine. That loan still got to go before we pay it off. And we.
On the sewer, because that was 2013, correct?
Yeah, because we had to start, they ran out of
Right.
extension.
Would be, and this is just me, I don't know how you guys feel, but maybe after those 18 houses are built and lived in, sold, and we're getting, maybe we could look into lower,
No.
right? Because I mean, even when we did that sewer bond, we've had 12 new sewer connections since then. So I mean, that would be 18 more.
But a lot, we also remember, we've also lost town.
Inexpensive.
Like
We
10
could try to
bucks.
find,
That
if
would
we
help.
just gotta have that base though.
Right,
Can't do right now.
right.
Okay, don't sound bad.
Make a motion to approve the proposal by Boyce.
We got anything else? I don't know, there's it's been a little bit, an annexation of the parcel of the new 18 houses. And then we were figuring, well, we wanted to also add, we have the infrastructure all the way out to the warehouse, the water tower, so we wanted to annex the street. So I've asked the commissioners to consider giving us that road inventory. And I think there was some kind of confusion because when I talked to the attorney, I'm Mon County attorney, so this cat Nathan said that who's there to quickly correct him and say that that's not necessarily true.
Interesting.
They believe that they own the water tower. I said, no, they don't. I have a deed. And I can show it to them. So I texted the one commissioner who he pointed out. I said, I have the deed if you'd like to see it. And he just kind of texted. So I don't know what further that means, but we do want a road inventory on, obviously for us. We have our utilities under there. I don't want to have to ask the county permission to dig them up if we have to dig anything up or close the road. I know Kevin voiced a little bit to me, just so you guys know that. He said, well, I didn't know. He wasn't sure if the previous plow truck was going to be able to handle 500. And I said, I think your brand new snow truck or snow plow truck with the $10,000 plow will. But I did get a nonverbal commitment from Rachel to help us out. As she said, I will always help you guys out if you need it, if I can. So Rachel at the highway garage said, we have a great relationship with her, do that with them. And so she was very helpful with that. So, and I said, anything we can help you with, we've done plans. I do have an updated copy from Ernie because he had to make the changes that Lee and Kevin found, or mostly Lee, but Kevin agreed to.
Right.
When I give them the subdivision ones, I was going to initially ask for 750, but I think what we're going to use is we're going to use their post that they put in the ground for the corner of that plot is going to be the new town limits, where the corner of that lot. I'm not going to ask the county for any more footage of the street. They can keep it.
Right.
Instead of, so it'll be, I think it was 550 feet, not to be exact, or don't hold me to that. So 550, we can go to the process as soon as we get that road inventory transferred. We'll obviously we have to have a consider to we're going to basically said that they wanted to name the inside street, which I don't. Did you guys have any opposition to them naming the street that they build in their subdivision? I told them, I said, we may reserve the right to, to change that. And I said, like in instance of, we have John Slusher Drive, that's at, somebody like that we have in our community that we want to honor. And John, obviously being who he was and the commitment he had to the community, was just fitting to make that happen that way. And the family is still ecstatic that we did that. And I want to continue to do that. So that's, I said, we may reserve the right. Somebody may pass away or somebody may want to. Nope, not at all. Not at all. You
Are
can
all
make
them homes gonna be NIPSCO or propane?
NIPSCO.
Are they gonna change NIPSCO on the others?
We're trying
We-
to get them to, but so
Have a
far.
little
Wasn't interested in 3 or 4 houses. Now they're interested in 18. And I'm sure when they see that there's propane tanks and they do that, well, we'll just got to get a NIPSCO sales guy in here to see that. And
Yeah.
NIPSCO is losing out on how many customers? 9?
At least.
9 more customers, 8 in another parcel. I can't give any, I've kind of been divulged the secrecy on that one, but has some interest in doing 80 units, a couple of them being townhomes, like something similar to what's in Plymouth. I said, we're always open to talk. So it's going to get exciting. The interest rate drops a little bit. I think houses will explode. Home sales will explode. Refinancings will explode. So, and then therefore, if we have 80 houses, I can guarantee we'll probably make the sewer bills go down and water bills go down and school bills go down, right? School
Enrollment.
enrollment will probably increase.
Hopefully the enrollment will go up.
So
Curious, what can the water treatment plant handle additional?
it's not even running at 30% capacity.
Okay.
I mean, it was overkill. It was remodeled 2005, 2006.
Something per minute, and we're at 40,000.
Okay.
So
I think
40%.
now.
I think that's what I heard.
We can add a lot of houses. It doesn't, it takes a lot of houses to add percentage to it, but you know, a big user like the school or, you know. But then again, that's an engineering feat for Lee to figure out. Right, it is.
Can I go ahead and approach the board and something?
Sure. Absolutely.
So I'm here tonight as in my official capacity at this point to talk to you guys. I'm the surveyor for Stark County. I was out at the property today that has a storage unit because of a concern with the ditch bank. Has been a large area of it, actually the president of the drainage board. So that has, I guess, caused me to come in front of you and ask. I really think that we need to have a strong working relationship and communication. And I don't know how it's worked with the surveyors in the past, but we do have a couple of regulated ditches. I have paperwork for you guys that I've done up. There aren't a lot of regulated ditches within the corporation of the city. And anybody else wants anything, I've got extras. But I drew something up. I don't expect you guys to look at it and do all that tonight, but I would ask that I be placed on the agenda for the next things. I mean, I'm not asking for unrealistic things or anything like that. I'm just really need to be looped in when it comes to the regulated ditches. This gentleman that was here tonight had emailed me starting in August. That's what the map that I included is just areas within the incorporated part of the town that maybe have some wetlands or like the floodplain's not anywhere near town, but mainly the regulated ditches that run through the corporation. So, but that's all I had for that. The gentleman with the storage units is putting the ditch bank back to the original condition that it was in, and then he is to provide the drainage board with plans of what he's going to do, whether he's tiling it or whatever he's going to do, but he must put the ditch bank back to how it was originally, and then he can.
For messing with the bank.
He said that he needed to try to get drainage from the lowest part of the property to the ditch, and I'm not really sure why he wasn't going to tile it or do a catch basin or anything. We didn't really discuss that. Okay. So, but that is his intention now.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I just typed up a few questions that I had for you guys because I've looked through some past meeting minutes. Water gets sold, well, not a lot. Water gets sold.
Pumped out there.
It's the fire.
Road. It looks like in your previous minutes, you've already annexed in the property then.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't have.
If it's a parcels adjacent to the town limits, all they have to do is come.
Property owner wants it.
Property owner, I can't
Yeah,
post
they
that.
have, you can't. I guess my other question is, what's the urgency to get all of this done? Industry is expressing interest in the Cisco property.
No, that I know of.
Oh, it's in your minutes. I brought the minutes with tonight. Okay. So I guess in the August that they've talked about the positives being that the town would have the say in who or what comes in. So when I wanted to ask you, when you're referring to the town, are you saying just the town council and the town officials, or are you speaking for all Hamlet residents and the Stark County taxpayers that are going to be affected by the future development? Are you wanting to annex all of this in to avoid going and being here within the city limit?
I can back that up because a couple years ago, we had a gentleman that wanted to buy a mile out of town, and he wanted to put a confined hog feeding operation south of town here. We had no say in it. And that directly within the 1 mile limit directly affected us. And technically, we have no say in that because we don't have a 2 mile. We don't have the 2 mile or the like Knox has, and I don't think we'll ever get that. But I want to at least incorporate my water tower in at this point because we own the tower. We should have done it 20 years ago. If I have to tear up 500 because a water main breaks or heaven forbid, maybe somebody that's in between the water tower and there wants to maybe buy services from us. I certainly would want to be able to have the full say of who is and who can't be my customer.
Okay. Actually, I wish I would have been more on top of things here because you actually had mentioned something in one of your about not honoring the 2 mile jurisdiction, that you didn't want to have any part of that actually, but now you make it sound like you would like to have control for that. But in these minutes.
Not really, because it's very vague, because I look at it in a sense of, okay, so I have, like, just in Knox's case, that's basically, taxation without representation. And I want to basically make sure that, okay, I have the water tower in city limits. I get a new customer in between there that says, hey, I want to know if I can have sewer and water. I don't want to go to the county and say I need to have a cut into 500 to access my own utilities. I'm not asking for the property. I'm not going to force any property.
Your water line and your sewer line in that right of way, that should be part of the town.
Absolutely.
And the parcel should be part of the town.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we
Well,
have,
the rest of the Cisco property, I think you have to check with the county now.
I don't know. It's like we have no zoning
Yeah,
over
we
there.
don't have zoning over that property.
And they, nobody from Bauman West or anybody's come to us saying that, they have interest in the town. I think, doesn't the Development Foundation own a parcel? And
They do, yeah.
if I'm that close, then guess what? I have more of a stand to say something than I do if
You
I'm
guys
just,
you need to own the ground over your utility.
Absolutely.
That's the bottom line. You need to have full control of your utility.
Those are my only questions that I have.
Okay.
anything, Marlene?
You ready for me?
Absolutely. I'm ready for you all the time, Marlene. You missed us last time, so I'll get you again.
But I'm feet away from my house, full of gas, and that's all I smelled was gas into my house. This boy is just doing things that is like unbelievable. One day he decided to take his trucks and turn his lights on and point them right at my house on Pearl Street on the front there, instead of walking it to their garbage can. It's like no cleanup has been done on any of the properties. They still have 5 dogs next door. I complained about that in July. Here it's July,
The
August,
last meeting
September,
was
October. That's 4 months that they still have 5 dogs. I want to know what fines they're getting because nothing's been done.
what was the date we gave them?
They had until the last meeting to,
Didn't we do like a 90-day thing or a 60-day or something like that? I told her.
thought you guys were just
Like
extending
30.
it.
Yeah, we
30
extended
more
something,
days.
30 days.
Let me go back to it.
Go back to those minutes if you got them,
Where are we at?
so we know.
You guys gave her 30 days from that meeting on the 17th, so October 17th.
Nothing's been
And that
done
was-
since then.
Sailor,
Yeah,
however you,
Sally,
right.
Yeah.
And she did come in my office 2 weeks ago now, and I reminded her that she had those fines and nicely said she don't care.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then we'll just let Justin send a letter. We have a hearing.
That's, was he being
Well,
nice?
do you
Marla?
start
I know you were, but you don't.
So now you go to the next step in the process because she didn't fulfill if Clint will have to go by there. If it's not fulfilled to what we asked at that property, then he has to sign and we got to send out a,
Okay,
And
because
how about the 5?
she basically had her,
no,
No, but she stated she was on behalf of them,
well,
No,
that's
I'm
not
not
the
gonna-
same.
we
don't
don't
have
take
taken
that. though.
I
That's
mean,
not
we've
how that
requested them here a couple meetings and they haven't shown.
works. So I mean, we just got the next step in the process is all we can do. And we can fine them till our, but I mean, you can put a lien on it. But that's the process. I mean, we can't just go there and put a gun to their head and say, clean this
Oh,
up.
I know. But you know, that Sawyer or whatever, that Haley, she's the one who admitted right here in front of you all that they do have 5 dogs next door. And that's still a problem with me. I'm tired of.
If we're gonna
smelling the
side
dog poop.
personally, for me, dog wise or animal wise, if we were gonna do that, then we'd have to go to every single house and check every single ordinance violation. We don't wanna get into that type of business.
It is in our law, though.
Yeah, we could.
only
I mean,
have
we
4
could go-
animals.
well,
Well,
but-
you can change it too.
Since July, I've shown proof of these 5 dogs and they still have 5
Yeah,
dogs.
we had, Clint has, so we can't use that. I understand what you're saying, but the dog part, I don't wanna be, the animal type stuff, animal ordinances like that. I mean, if the dogs are, you're getting to the point where you're gonna have our officers going to every single house to check on their doors to check the 5 dogs. Then we can knock on other people's doors to do a
Knock on
drug
my
check.
door
Or
anytime.
we could do a drug check.
There you go. Knock
You know
on
what I
my-
mean? Like, so I'm just saying, I don't want to get into that type of practice.
No, but I'm tired of smelling dog poop. I'm tired of
I
it.
mean, they do need to clean up their
That's a
yard.
horrible
Yeah, oh yeah.
system. They
We're
don't
not
clean
denying
up.
clean their yard up.
Right.
I'm not
They
trying to
don't
say
even-
that.
They don't even clean the dog poop.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, have
them.
Clint, we'll have,
The
do the
guys from
next step,
utilities complain they got a tip
So
go
send
around
them
there,
another-
read the meter.
send them another fine and then have them go check on the progress. So that way they know why they're getting the next fine.
Thank you.
That's all you
That's all
can
I'm
do.
asking.
Yeah, that's all you can
That's
do
all
is
you can
stay
do.
on it, yeah.
And that's all I'm asking is to stay on
Yeah.
it because nothing's been done. They did get rid of the couch and the chairs they had out there, but that's about it. I still got gas tanks and
Positives.
cars that don't move and.
Well, I'm right with you. We know that property needs cleaned up. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
cleaned up.
Sandra,
Yes.
come on, guys.
So all you can do is keep citing them fines, but I mean, eventually it'll be a lien. And we know how, it sucks. Our laws in Indiana are terrible for that because like you
But I
can,
appreciate what you're doing. I really do, guys. I appreciate that you're at least staying on it and giving them a fine and letting them know this is not okay.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you very
no
much.
problem.
Okay. Anyone else for final comments from citizens tonight?
I'll just make a quick announcement. I'm with the fire department and we're doing, I'm organizing a toy drive this year. I dropped some stuff off to Christina earlier. We're gonna do a toy collection here at the office in the box of a Dollar General. Gonna put some information online, but if anybody knows anybody that's, needing extra assistance, there'll be applications. We're gonna try to fill as many as possible. Gotten to see, what I can do with it, kind of flying by the seat of my pants, so I kind of just come up with information as needed, so.
Right.
Now, is that just gifts or donations in that manner? or are you gonna be
So food items, but I'm gonna this year, maybe mostly
Toys,
Gifts,
presents.
toys.
towards
Okay.
gifts. I did put, if anybody would like to do like a monetary donation, there's an envelope in there if anybody would like, if you're
Okay.
paying your water bill or whatever,
Right.
like to put money in it.
Okay,
We'll use that money to try to fill the
Fluctuate,
gaps.
yeah.
and
yeah.
Does it
Yeah.
say
This
who
is
to,
for the town.
Do the town,
I know the school, the nurse out there takes the applications, and that's for the school system.
I'm gonna work with Frank through the school and hopefully identify kids that are within our,
In our district,
Area
like
that
right
we
in
service.
Hamilton. Okay.
I just don't wanna get too far out and then we start getting into other fire departments and,
I know my home
No.
ec club, we take a couple different kids every year, and then we just donate everything to it and find out, give things to them. They put down on paper what sizes, what toys and things like that.
You're gonna send out some flyers to businesses.
yeah, I can drop some stuff off.
does that packet tell me who they're to do that to or, okay,
We'll probably do it to the fire department and then we'll figure out one way or another.
To use that sign out here. But I suggest that since this is something for the town of Hamlet,
I'll.
The timing's
collection
kind of
or
quick, so I think I have
something.
to try to get applications in by like November 13th. That gives me, I have to send stuff off to
Right.
maybe either wrap some gifts and get it all figured out. So like a
Definitely.
food drive, because I know everybody needs
Yeah.
help.
during
So
that time, yeah.
I know-
Two student organizations at the school that would probably would help.
okay,
So,
I mean,
I know
I'd like
Tim's
to
May
open it
guy
up far out, but
offered to do a donation.
what's that?
The engineer down here on the corner, they offered to donate
Yeah,
to that toy.
we donated to him
I saw
the
the-
other day.
6 or 7 figures.
I saw the checkbook coming up and that's why I wanted to know who to make that check out to.
I know there's a lot of other organizations in the area that people are kind of in with, but in us right here with the department, we figure
Right.
we take Santa around every year and kind of add this to
Yeah, it'd be neat. That'd be awesome. Yeah, great idea.
good thing.
Very nice.
So if you, somebody grant, I read very well, so.
Okay,
You can sign me up for the volunteer, how long. I'll do
All right,
service
perfect.
at that time.
appreciate it.
Plus, I'll probably drop some stuff on.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, anything else? Anybody else?
Hey, I want to give you a big shout out to Kevin. He's not here right now, but did a great job with the street light down by that engineer shop there. So,
Yeah. Okay, good.
Well, you kind of like
Bullied.
bullied us into giving it to you. Buying the siren out here.
I can't wait for you guys to get the rest of them up. I just think that's,
Here you go.
it looks good and, yeah, there you go. So no, it just looks good in town, and like I said, I can't wait for you guys to get the rest of them.
Finish that Stark Street.
Yes.
It'll be this spring, hopefully.
Thank you.
Right. Anyone else? Going once, going twice?
Make a